Good morning, and welcome to Deep Morning Thoughts with Max. And if I would put any post production, there would yet now be this here. But yeah, as you can tell by my bathrobe, which doesn't really say anything because last week I was wearing this in like Sunday afternoon still for the vlog, but by my coffee, which I also sometimes have in the afternoon. It is morning. I swear to you, it is morning. Um, I had a weird thought thing going on there yesterday. Well, it happened or the other day. I don't even know. My last blog about Hero was it felt unsatisfying to me. I'm not even. It dragged on for so long. I looped around the topic and it probably could have probably could have saved a lot with a little bit of editing, which if I would do editing, I wouldn't do those vlogs, ironically, because it's a thing of like just sitting down and talking to the camera is something that does work for me as a format. But the moment I take the extra step and uh, sit down, download it, load it into Premiere, and even if it's minimalistic, even if it would only be like half an hour of editing, which is nothing. Just saying. I mean, admittedly, I have the awkward cast down to probably 20 minutes of editing by now, and then like rendering forever. But this is also just an archive live show. There is not much editing to be done. Even so, having seen some podcasts, there is stuff you can do to make it better. To bring up my usual famous favorite example of or current favorite example of the trash taste, where they do editing. There's actually a lot of editing going on. If sometimes the cuts indicate that actually there was probably a pause in conversation or they went over what they want to talk about next, but it also is not a live show, so it's cheating. And I'm already not even getting to my topic where I want to get to. Jesus. Um, but yeah. So no editing. There's an obvious thought of should I hire somebody to edit it? That would be an easy option, I guess, a possibility maybe for the future. But at the moment, I mean, I record this and then I even have to cut off the beginning and the ending within the YouTube video editor. Sorry, but tension. Jesus. You know how people used to shit or probably still shit on Windows Movie Maker as the low bar of video editors to use for any YouTuber? The integrated YouTube editor is such a piece of shit. I could swear that it used to have some kind of clearing the image filters, and I can't find them anymore. Nowadays, it can only do trimming, and when you do trimming, you cannot save the trimming. You have to save the entire thing as a new video. But unless I'm missing something, maybe I'm just too stupid. I'm trimming off the waiting for it to go live in the beginning, and like, oh, where's the stop button in the end? I trim this off, and then I click like save as new because as far as I know, this is the only option. But when I then try to leave the editor, YouTube is still like, are you sure you want to leave? You will lose your changes. I'm like, bitch, give me the option to save my edits on the video itself, and I will take it. Or maybe, to be fair, it maybe has something to do with because I record those vlogs directly in YouTube. I actually go live, but unlisted, so you cannot see me being live. And therefore, I use the YouTube internal live stream recording, and maybe you cannot edit those. And if it would have been not a live stream video, but a proper video, it would be possible. I don't know. I haven't even started talking about what I wanted to talk about, and I'm already 5 minutes in. Morning talks. Maybe I just changed the title of the video and don't acknowledge what I wanted to talk about. But I probably should, because I did an intro in the beginning where I was like, I had this deep thought after my Heroes video. Did I even mention that it's about the Hero Wars video? So I did the Hero Wars video, and I believe I said that I looped around, and I had the feeling that at the end I wanted to have a proper ending for it, like a final note. And I went in there and was like, "Fuck this shit game!" Like super aggro out of nowhere, and it felt weird to me doing it. But this was like at the end of a 16-minute take, and as I mentioned, I don't really go in there for editing, so I kept it and I uploaded it. And just after it, I was thinking about like different ways to approach a vlog. So like this one, I mean, here's the first thing. So you need to have some idea. I dare to say you need to have some idea. There are probably some vloggers out there who literally turn on the camera and are like, "Today I went shopping. I bought toilet paper, the one with the roses, and there was this one cashier who looked like a person. I guess, I don't know. Maybe those exist. I wouldn't watch it. Therefore, I wouldn't want to produce it. But then again, I produce stuff that I wouldn't watch myself. Jeez. Not too much, actually. Here's the fun thing. I'm not watching the Awkward Cast myself. I'm not going back and watching. Haven't watched a lot of episodes of the Awkward Cast. But highlights. I like highlights of it. But I watch other similarly long-going podcasts, so it's not like I'm against the format. It's probably I have been there live by myself, and I already have enough other shows I haven't seen that I want to catch up on, so maybe that's an issue. Brings us callback to the Critical Role episode, I guess. But yeah, trying to figure out how to vlog best. It's like, so you go in with a certain idea, at least. I mean, I have a Google Docs where I just any moment where I'm like, oh, I could talk about this for 5 minutes. I put it in there and I have it as an idea for a vlog. And then there is a thing like going in, how much planning do you do? That's a point where I have the feeling it's kind of a make or breaker, because with the Hero Wars video, I probably had the most planning. I mean, I had like 3 graphics prepared ahead of time that I then put up there in the corner. And I had a certain plan of in the beginning where I was like, haha, first show the Heroes Wars. I didn't even find the logo for later, until later when I used it for the thumbnail, like the Hero Wars wallpaper, then the picture of the advertisement that I then supersede, super layer, put on top this gameplay screenshot. So I super planned for the but after that it like fizzled out. I even had, that's a fun thing. No, I didn't just have the one keyword bullet point. I had multiple points I wanted to talk about that were listed in the Google Docs. I mean, I literally deleted it, so I cannot read to you what I had written in there. I know I had a number of bullet points that I wanted to tackle on, that I had prepared some thought, but I have the feeling that at the end of the day, that hindered the video, because it turned from just talking off the cuff and being more natural. It turned into this semi-prepared mess. Like, it was not like a scripted video where I actually thought out what I was saying and had a progress, a sort of train leading through it. I didn't polish it, and ended up with a video where I can go back to and I'm like, yeah, I made some really good points there. But instead it was like I had those bullet points I wanted to hit on, and so it was like, did I hit everything that I wanted to hit? So it turned from a guidance more into a hindrance. Like I had the feeling I did worse due to it. Maybe this is also just my personal perception. So please go back and watch my other video and tell me how it was. But yeah, as much as this sounds like stupid self-advertisement, because I actually don't like the other video at this point in time. So me asking you to go back and watch something I'm not proud of is less self-advertisement, more self-sabotage or something. But yeah, I would like to know if it's just my own personal feeling that this kind of semi-prepared video without editing. I mean, this is always a caveat. It's all without editing at the moment. And unless those vlogs actually get momentum, get an audience, I guess the moment it gets an audience and I can find somebody who is willing to do the editing at a affordable price, because keep in mind, I don't make any money. This is not my job. This is a hobby for me. So I would probably need a hobby editor who just gets a little bit of an obolus or a bonus from me financially, because I wouldn't want somebody to make it for free. I'm beyond that stage, but I cannot really afford paying somebody what they deserve. Because it's just a hobby, so it would be a money sink. This sounds weird to say. I don't know. So this is probably why I stay without an editor and you keep this format. But to come back to the previous point and the question I was going for is like, if you go back and watch the Hero of Wars video with this kind of an idea, and kind of bullet points I wanted to touch on, and having a little bit of graphics prepared, compared to this video right now, which is completely off the cuffs, where I went in with an idea, namely I wanted to talk about my thoughts on how to vlog, and 12 minutes later we are where we are with all the horrible side tangents that I did. What works better for you? Do you see something? What is better in which format? Do you see help there? I mean, besides the obvious solution for both formats of editing, forget it. I don't want to hear any. I talked about editing far too much. I don't want to hear about editing from you. Just looking at those off the cuffs, one take videos with no preparation, completely off the cuffs, being kind of prepared, the Hero Wars thing, or maybe I believe somewhere in the middle was the Critical Role one, where I had a little bit of preparation with a graphic, and I might even had one or two bullet points, but I didn't have this multiple issues I wanted to tackle on. But yeah, please let me know. I'm trying to figure out a format that is satisfying to make, but also to receive, if this makes any sense. And this was your first episode of Deep Morning Thoughts with Max. Bye, guys.